to Haut Beyleron for our speed let's play. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I know it's a little bit different to anything that we've done before. Just please let us know if you think any changes are needed. Today I think is going to be all about the contracts. We need to get that straw up, and I think we need to get limed. Oh, we need to get that field turned around. So there'll be lots of to and fro. I'm trying to keep it. I think the first episode was about 16 minutes. I want to get that down. I don't want these videos being sort of longer than 15 minutes. Ideally shorter. So we'll get cracking. Right, straight away. I know I've said we're going to try to get as many contracts in as possible. I'm going up to the store now to buy a spreader, or not to buy a spreader, to lease one of the spreaders. Because there was quite a lot of fertilising contracts there, and I thought we'd take advantage of that. So buy the fertiliser. One thing I totally forgot, which I should have remembered from Elm Creek, is just how heavy this is. When it's full of fertiliser, I needed a front weight really. But I start looking at them contracts, and they've gone. So I was pressing on the contracts to try to do them, and they were just disappearing, like they've already been done. So whether that's just they're forgetting to go off sort of overnight or not, I don't know, but there was a good few of them. And it's happened in Elm Creek as well, where they're just not there anymore when you go and get them. So hey, I'm pressing on them now. This one's there, so we're going to go up and do that one. You'll see, I don't know if you'll be able to see with it being in *4. Well, you'll definitely be able to see me go the wrong way, but it's so light on the front, which I know obviously you can't get a feel of it when you're watching at this sort of speed, but yeah, from now on I need to remember really that we need a weight on there. I took a cultivating contract with this Russell mash, and we'll come back to that. I've set a work away, but we'll come back as this contract was finished. I mean, these fertilizer contracts, it's just easy money really. Obviously it costs you the money in the fertilizer, but I need it anyway. Like we do in our fields here. I mean, the spread on this one as well is fantastic, although I definitely bought the wrong, or leased the wrong spreader. The reason for that is I need lime on the fields. This one doesn't do lime. So at some point we're going to have to put this one back in and get one of the trailed ones. Yeah, there's no point in turning the fields around then not putting lime on it. It's pointless. But I mean, you can see on here the spread's absolutely fantastic. Three passes on that one. To be honest, it could have been sort of 2.5, couldn't it? So yeah, we're back up. There's the other field, the field that was right in front. We need to obviously get the straw up on. And I know this one's so cheap to rent. How much will it be? So it's £1,100 to rent. So I mean, you're always going to make a profit, which we do. I'll tell you what I'm looking at here quickly is I couldn't understand why there was no lettuces coming out. That's because it was on selling. And when I looked, you weren't getting anywhere near as much. I don't think you get anywhere near as much for selling as what you do for storing and then selling yourself. So we get that changed over. So we can start storing them and then selling them as we need. This here, this is another contract as well. It was only paying out a few grand, but it was something, so I bought the seed for it. We go and do the field, and you'll see what happens to this. I don't even know what happens to this. I set it away, and when we come back to it, which we will do later on, the whole field's planted, but it's 0% complete in the contract. I don't know whether one of two things has happened. It's either glitched, or I've set it away on the wrong crop. So I don't know. I would have to go and check sort of the raw footage for it, to see if I did do that or not. It might have just glitched. I mean, obviously there's plenty in there already. This Russell match, a lot of it, I mean, it's on a worker now. And we do keep it on the worker for quite a while. I do sort of the start, and I think I do right at the end as well. But just because of the way this series is, having it on a worker, it's absolutely ideal. It means I can get on with other stuff a lot of the time, like we're going to do now. So we start creating these bales, and it's deceptive how much you're going to get off here as well. I mean, you'll see when we start collecting them up, there's absolutely loads of them. I don't think, I say I don't think, I was going to say I don't think I'd buy one of these for our farm, not in this series, because I think we'll progress too quickly to have a bale of this size. But it's ideal to start off with. I mean, you can see how quickly it's knocking them out there. It's just collecting them some absolute pain. I jump forward there because obviously it's just the same sort of repetitive thing over and over again. It did take quite a while. There was a lot to do. Like I said, it was quite deceptive how big that was, which is a good thing because it meant we get more bales of it. We was it in the last episode? I can't remember. In the last episode, possibly that released. Why it's going over there, I do not know. It started going over towards the other corner, so we get back in it and set it away properly. But yeah, we leased the stone picker. We need it. I'm not going to turn stones off. We're going to keep them on. So we keep that over a couple of episodes actually, because at this stage I've already recorded episode number 3 as well. And then 4's not going to be too far away, to be honest. So we're going to buy the trailer. £8,000 the trailer was. But we need it for the bales. And we'll need it for other stuff as well, to be fair. We've got the lettuce that we're going to need to sell. And I'm going to get more greenhouses. There's a little glitch here. I noticed it in Elm Creek, where things sort of go through the bottom of the trailer. It's a bit weird. You'll see that at some point, if it's in the video, it just that one, it just falls through, ends up underneath, which is a bit strange. But I hope to get. I mean, don't get us wrong. This game at the minute, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. I think it's better than 19 as a whole. It's better than 19. I know we haven't got the mods yet, but the game itself, I hope to get these little glitches fixed, which I think they will, because we had some with 19, didn't we? Can you remember the floating bales? You would have, was it 20,000 litre cotton bales floating up in the air that you couldn't reach, and it was just, but they were fixed, so hopefully it's the same with these as well. But yeah, you can see, I mean, I fast forward some of them because there's just so many, and I still don't get them in one lot either. We're having to do them quite a lot. But I mean, I really want to get this field turned over. I know we've got seasons running, obviously, but the whole point, I want to get sort of something in the ground, or at least it ready to get something in the ground as soon as we can. I think, sort of long term, I'd like to do olives on this map, or I say olives, but it doesn't have the processing plant, so we'd have to build one, or do cotton and then try to do the clothes. I haven't checked to see if we've got a spinnery and a tailor on here or not, but if we have, I mean, that would be ideal. I mean, to be fair, I don't fall out with having to build a processing plant for the olive oil. Is it called the old mill? Is that what you call that one? I think it is, isn't it? I think we just get a couple more in here, and then we're off. I do like the colour of our truck though, our pickup, it's nice. So we're going up to the one of the biogas plants. It might be the heating plant. I can't remember. I know it's sort of up towards the top of the map. It's gonna. I'm gonna jump forward here shortly, but basically, I go belting up here, and then just as it turns, there, I go flying. Oh, it's here. Is it here? You'll see where it jumps. Ah, who knew? Who knew that was a superstar editor? Because I didn't. But yeah, in reality, in the raw footage, you'll have seen the whole thing go flying, and I end up not even on the side, I end up on the roof. So I have to deal with that. We back down, and there's a few left. I don't show them all getting picked up, but remember when I said I was ideally wanting it around 15 minutes? It's not happening. I think this is about 18 minutes, a little bit longer possibly. I mean, it was 16 minutes until the outro, so if I can get that in check, we'll be winning. I don't know how much we made altogether. I might have to start doing that at the end of each one. It's just at the end of each episode, seeing what we've made, what money we've spent, and what we've made. Because I know at times 4, you can't see. Well, I can't even just watching it now. I can't see what we've been paid out a lot of the time. But the important thing is we still make money. I think we're just about to finish here. We don't even get to the end, I don't think. Or if we do, we get to the end and then it goes off straight away. I tell you, in that one, so we get 10 grand for that basically, other than the fee. That had already been completed, so I was just doing that for because I hadn't realised. Yeah, so that, I must have. This one's another song contract that we go and do, but the first one I must have edited out. But yeah, that's the one where it just didn't work. It ended up on 0%, so I must have just took that out to try to get the time down. But yeah, this one, nice and straightforward. I do it basically. Although when I kept looking there and it was saying 0%, I was a little bit worried. But we could do with more of these. I mean, these are so easy to do. Even just setting workers away. Especially with us being on easy economy. Get a few of these and yeah, we always just bringing that money in. And I'm not kidding. I mean, after like I said, I've already recorded episode 3, although I haven't done the commentary for it yet. We've got potential to make so much money on this type of series, you know, because of the way we're going through it, the sort of fast pace of it. Even with seasons on, I think we can really crack on with this series. It's not like our Let's Play on Elm Creek. We've got it on normal economy. I've recorded something like 26 episodes of that, and it's just, I think because the economy in general is a bit harder on FS22. It's just slower paced, which I like generally. That's the way I like to play. But I think we're just trying to do the opposite in this one and get as many production lines going as possible, just to see how much money we can make. I think think this will be a nice change. And we're just about done here. And as soon as we're done with this one, that's the episode done. We go straight into the outro. But nice easy contract, is it? We put it in, is that it? Wheat or barley, one of the two, I can't remember. But you'll see in the outro that we start looking at fields after, because like I said, it's all about that progression. So as much as we can take on as possible, really. There's no point in having loads of money in the bank, is there, when we could be using it on other things. So I think, is this possibly the last pass now? No, it must be the next one. I know it's definitely going back towards the road. That's when it finishes. There we are. So we'll go to the outro. Right, that's the end of our working day. While we remember, we'll get rid of that. We need to keep the stone picker. We need to keep the fertilizer spreader. Although, as I've probably already mentioned, I leased the wrong one. I should have leased a one. Sorry, with lime. Just before we go, we're going to buy this field here. Is it this one? We're going to buy this field. It's 326,000. The reason why we're going to buy that is because it's filled with sorghum. I don't know what state it's in. So it does need lime. It's got no fertilizer on, but at least it's something. It's ready to harvest. We can do that in the next video, but we need to take out a loan for that. I don't know why I'm going down there. Yep, that one. So we'll go up to 350, so 175,000 loan, and we'll buy that field ready for next time. The obvious ones would have been these. However, because we want to go for the grain mill, them aren't suitable. So we're going to go for this one and then look to get them at another time. So we'll buy that. Yep. Okay. Right, that's ready for episode 3. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.